Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. Let's talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 8, Episode 4. The episode title is called It's Gonna Be a Bumpy Ride. So yeah, let's begin. Let's start with Lisa and Daniel. Now, I haven't mastered Lisa's voice yet. I keep trying to do it as I listen to her talk. A lot of people are saying that she looks and sounds like Gypsy Rose, like an older version of her. So I'm going to channel my Gypsy Rose. I'm on a high right now. I'm on a high right now. Can't bring me down. This is my... Oh my God, I haven't covered Gypsy Rose in so long. I forgot her quote. I'm on a high right now. Can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. So let's talk about Lisa, because Lisa is fucking batshit, and I am here for it. So Lisa is worried that she's gonna pee when she meets Daniel face to face, because she pees a lot when she's nervous. And I'm just thinking, if that's for real, like if you're actually being so serious, then maybe you should put on a diaper or a pad so that he doesn't see your pants getting wet.
Every time I get nervous, I pee. I'm gonna see his face and it's just gonna flow out of me, drip down my leg.
Okay, so she packs her suitcases. She's leaving for Nigeria very soon. She packs up her wigs. And if it were up to her, she would ditch the wigs because the process is really long to put on the wig and make sure it fits and make sure it's placed properly. It also itches. It gives her rashes. It gives her sores. But Daniel loves him so much and she really wants to make him happy. So she's going to keep wearing them.
I want to look beautiful for Daniel. So I will be keeping it on all day and all night.
By the way, wigs are so hard to put on. Have you guys tried one on? Because I tried to put one on for a video and I just couldn't do it. I don't know how to place it. I don't know, like it just does. It's a skill and it's an art and I will never do it again because I'm just not talented like that. Oh, and guess what? Lisa's still legally married to her wife. Yeah, and not only does Daniel not know that she's been in a serious relationship with women, he doesn't know that she's still married. Actually, he doesn't even know that she was married to women. He thinks she was just in a fling, in like a very short-term fling with a woman. But she's been dating women. She's been a lesbian for the last 20 years and she married 2 women and he has no idea and she has to tell him, but she's scared because he told her that in his culture, they don't believe in same-sex anything.
Daniel doesn't know that I am technically still married to a woman.
So the fact that she's still legally married to her ex-wife is so funny. And I know it's going to be an absolute shit show when he finds out, but I know he also really wants to come to America. So what is he going to choose? The American dream or the wife has been in a same-sex relationship, which is so frowned upon. She's been separated for 9 years, but it really doesn't matter because I have a feeling that he's gonna have a real big problem with this. Yeah, it's gonna be an issue. And on top of that, she told Daniel that she's free to get married. Lisa's daughter can't trust her mom to keep her promise. Remember, she promised her. She swore that she would not marry Daniel in Nigeria. Remember, she looked at her in her eye and told her daughter, listen, honey, I am never going to choose another guy or a woman before you, okay? You are always going to come first, honey, okay? And she goes, Mom, if you break this promise again, I can't do this anymore. Don't worry, honey. I'm going to choose you, okay? I will not get married in Nigeria.
Just trust me.
I'm just worried, Ma.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I got this.
Yeah, we're going to see about that. Because in her interview scene, she said that she really wants to marry him. And the producer was even like, are you going to keep your promise to your daughter? What about the promise you made to your daughter? And she was like, well, you know, I really want to be Mrs. Daniel. So I don't know. We're going to have to see about that.
Would I go against fate's wishes? I want to say no. But my heart says, hold on to Daniel and do it.
Lisa, you suck. Now we meet Daniel from Lagos, Nigeria.
My name is Daniel. I am 29 years old.
He's a Christian from the Igbo tribe. And Igbo men are honest, they're very hardworking, but also very competitive. He and his family grew up really poor, and sometimes they would just eat once a day because they just didn't have enough money to have more food. So he tells us a story that his mother passed away a couple years ago, and right before she died, she told him that during one of the wars, she was supposed to die, but a white woman saved her, so he must marry a white woman. And that's how he met Lisa. Yeah, he thinks she's gorgeous, she's curvy, thick, and has big bubs.
She has a good body structure. She's thick. She has bobs. She has what I want.
He also loves the fact that she supports him financially. So yeah, she's perfect. A 10 out of 10. So then he goes to a spiritual leader to ask him if God wants him to marry this American woman that is going to be visiting him. Is she a good omen or is she a bad one? So the spiritual leader does his thing, you know, whatever he's doing, where honestly, the hand motion that he was doing, it kind of looked like he was jerking himself off. But I didn't realize that he had like a dice or something in his hand and he was rolling whatever it was in his hand, and then yeah, that's what it was. We learned that Daniel has some concerns. Number 1, she vapes. Number 2, she was married twice already. And number 3, she was physical with a woman 1 time. Damn. When he finds out that she was physical with more than one woman, and not only physical, but got in a relationship with more than one woman, and not only that, but married more than one woman, he's gonna freak the fork out, and I cannot wait to see it. Daniel doesn't believe in same-sex relationships because where he's from, if you're caught in a same-sex act, you're gonna be banished or killed.
We don't believe that same-sex exists in our culture.
So this is serious stuff. So the spiritual leader, like I said, he does his thing, and then he finally tells him, go on with your journey, my friend. Okay, our ancestors approve, so you're good to go. Daniel's relieved because if things work out with Lisa, his entire family story is going to change. If he leaves Nigeria, he's going to continue his life in America. His whole entire life and his future is going to change in a good way.
If I marry Lisa, she'll make me change the story of my family. This will change my life to good.
So, yeah. Moving on to Javon. He's 38 years old from Alabama. He's married to Annalyn. And no, he has not met his wife yet. They got married online.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yes, we're going to get into it. I love how his scene started with these elderly women being interviewed about their love stories and how they met their husbands. And it was so cute and so sweet. Everyone was talking about how this was very Harry Met Sally coded. However, I did not watch that movie. I don't even know if I said it right. Is it How Harry Met Sally or Harry Meets Sally? Honestly, the intro was so long and I didn't understand the How Harry Met Sally reference. So I thought this was a commercial for a nursing home. And I was like, oh my God, this is weird because it says hashtag 90 Day Fiancé on the commercial. Maybe this is an editing error. I don't know. But then it finally led into Javon and I was like, oh, it's part of his intro. So we meet Javon. He's 38 from Alabama. He loves working at the nursing home. He loves the people he works with. He loves the elderly. He loves his job, but it's a very low paying one. So it makes it really tough for him out in the dating world.
But it's just a low paying job. I think that's where I fall short when it comes to women.
And according to him, American women want the 3 6s. Actually, did he say 3 or 4 6s? I can't remember, but it's a 6 foot tall with a 6-pack, making 6 figures with 6 inches.
I call them the 3 6s, and it's not me.
So already I kind of don't like him. I want to like him, but I don't like him because he's already kind of blaming the women for his shortcomings, if you know what I mean. He's just like, oh, American women have such high expectations, so that's why American women don't want me. So yeah, it's their fault. It's kind of giving that. So he found a woman in the Philippines that he married online.
Actually, I've never even met my wife yet.
And so he's going over there to meet his wife for the very first time after being married for 2 to 3 years. He says 2 years, she says 3 years, but they've been together for a total of 6 years.
Hey, boo, it's your wife. I hope you're having a great day.
After their very first year of talking, they really wanted to meet in person, but then COVID hit and no one could travel. But then there was some kind of exception in the Philippines for families and spouses and such. So then she was like, why don't we get married online so that you can come and see me? Whoa, you want to get married? But then he was like, you know what? I feel like you're going to be the person I spend the rest of my life with. So he agreed, and then they got married online.
It is now my privilege to pronounce you lawfully wed as husband and wife.
So he's telling the residents this entire story about how he's never met his wife before. And they're like, why haven't you gone to the Philippines already? Because I don't make a lot of money. This job pays shit. And this is a big trip. It's a long trip. It's going to cost a lot of money. I've been having to save up. Now, Javon thinks Annalyn's changed a bit since he's first met her. In the beginning, she was very nice, she was very sweet and patient, but now she's feisty, she's opinionated, and she's controlling. She talks too much.
But before I apply for that spousal visa, we need to spend physical time with one another to make sure I made the right choice.
So Javon's out shopping to find some new clothes with his sister Ashley. They talk about this, quote, woman that Annalyn was mad about. Apparently, Javon talks to this girlfriend of his because they have a lot in common. They get along so well, and they're both experiencing relationship issues, so they talk about it with each other. They confide in each other. They laugh about it together, and they just gel so well. So that's why he talks to his friend, who's a girl, for hours and hours.
Because we're both having problems in our, relationship, it's definitely more easygoing and it's more positive.
And Ashley's like, okay, what's wrong with that? Like, you're just friends. Side note, I think that's a problem, okay? Even though they're just friends and it's platonic and there's nothing more, there was nothing before, I still think that's a huge boundary that's being crossed. But then we learn that Javon and this friend who's a girl had a thing together before. Yeah, they had some feelings for each other that didn't work out. Yeah, so they have a past. And he doesn't see the problem with it. So then his sister's like, oh my God, hell no.
Obviously, Anna feels disrespected. I know that she's 1000% unhinged, like kind of off her rocker a little bit.
Javon doesn't think that his friendship with his past fling is a big deal. Like, are you freaking kidding me? He's like, it's completely platonic though. Even though we had feelings for each other before, it's not like that anymore. She doesn't need to worry. And I'm sitting here going, I don't give a damn if it's platonic or not. It's inappropriate.
Have you tried to call her?
She blocked me.
For real?
Annalyn got mad, so she blocked him. So they haven't talked in a whole ass week, and he's about to go to the Philippines. So then his sister talked to her and was like, hey, can you unblock my brother? So she unblocked him, and then now they're FaceTiming right before he goes there. And she's like, you crossed a line. And he's like, but I was going through a lot, and I needed someone to talk to, and I feel like I can't talk to you. Okay, fine. I understand. I'm sorry that you feel like you can't talk to me, but you have a bunch of other people you can talk to. You can talk to your mom, your dad, your sister, your friends. You're an American. You can go to therapy and talk to a therapist. You don't have to talk to your past fling. But therapy's expensive.
You're American. Get the therapy.
But like, who can afford therapy right now?
Now, what I don't like about him is he keeps saying Annalyn is the crazy one. It's Annalyn's fault. This is Annalyn. Annalyn's doing this. Annalyn's too crazy. Annalyn's aggressive. And I'm just thinking, what did you do to make Annalyn this way? I don't like how he's blaming everything on her. You know what I mean? Anyway, by the end of the phone call, he agrees not to talk to his lady friend anymore, but we're going to have to see about that because I feel like he's not going to keep his promise.
He agreed that he's not gonna talk to that woman anymore. Do I believe it? No, not really.
Now let's move on to Emma and Ziad. So the vibes are weird, okay? She thought everything would be so romantic, but they're barely speaking. They meet up for breakfast. She admits that there are things that she needs to update him on. Like, for example, she got fired from her job, so she's unemployed, and she starts to cry.
Well, I got fired.
Really?
I'm gonna cry.
No, you don't need it.
He starts to comfort her. She likes this. This makes her feel better. In their interview scene, they look a lot closer to each other. Like, they look so comfortable. They're holding hands. They're leaning into each other. They're smiling at each other.
Right now, he's showing me that he cares. I love you, babe.
I love you more.
I'm like, okay. I thought things were going to end after their first meetup, but clearly things get better.
My future hubby. It's short for husband.
Wifey.
Yeah.
After their meal, they go shopping. She sees a bunch of purses that she likes. She picks out a few, and he's like, you know what? I got this, babe. I'm going to pay for it. Thanks, babe.
It's like my gift to you.
Can I give you a kiss?
Not here, I think.
Fair kiss?
Maybe.
So that's a good sign. They go out to eat. He eats some snails. She's grossed out by it, but they don't fight about it or anything. She's just like, ew, heh. They ride a horse and carriage. She feels super romanced. She gives him air kisses. Everything's great.
This is me, kisses you, kiss me today.
And then she talks about how yesterday was a huge trigger for her because she was lied to in her past relationship. So when she found out that Ziad lied, that triggered her and it got her really upset. And he's like, I don't care about your past, okay? I don't care about what happened in the past. I just care about you now. But you don't care about what happened to me in my past? Like, you don't care about my story? No, I only care about the present and our future. But I want to talk to you about what happened to me so you get a better understanding of me and the reason why I am the way I am right now. And no, I don't care. Let's just leave the past in the past. What?
Like we can leave the impasse. Something passes, it's passes.
Now we're going to talk about Forrest and Sheena. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Molly is doing too much. I mean, when she was in the cab with them and she was like, did y'all do a little waka waka?
Did a little more than hold hands, I'd say. Waka waka.
Lady, you need to stop. This is so embarrassing. She needs to stop embarrassing him, asking him very intrusive questions about his sex life in front of his partner. That's so inappropriate. And he's clearly uncomfortable and he doesn't want her to keep doing it. So Forrest, his parents, and Sheena get in a cab from the airport. They take in the scenery, the traffic. They're like all amazed. It's so great. Sheena apparently owns a home, or it's her parents who own a home, but they can't stay with them because they want to charge them if they end up staying with.
Sheena's parents own her apartment in Manila, but we're not staying there because her parents said we had to pay for it if we did stay.
It's weird. Yeah, Sheena's parents are weird. So instead, Sheena got them a rental, and it's a very small space. There are 2 bedrooms, but the 2 bedrooms are right next to each other. The walls seem quite thin, and the space is tight. But they go to their rooms, they settle in. Forrest pulls out a piece of lingerie from a brown paper bag, and he asks her to put it on.
What's that thing?
I think it is a cloth that goes on your body. It accentuates your sexuality.
And then he pulls out another piece of lingerie. Oh, this must have been from the sex shop when he went with his mother. Good thing he didn't tell her that his mom helped him pick these pieces of lingerie out. That would have been weird. I don't think Sheena would have liked that. So he goes to the bathroom to brush his teeth and he's like, put it on. And then he gets out of the bathroom and they get right to business.
I love you.
I love you.
Do you want the lights on or off?
Well, turn off the lights, babe.
The next morning, Forrest and Sheena feel more connected than ever. They did not have schmecks because they want to wait until they get to know each other more, which I thought was very sweet. Plus, I'm pretty sure it didn't help that his parents were like 5 inches away on the other side of the wall.
I just want to get to know you much better.
We'll know when the time is right.
Everyone's in the cab and they're on their way to do their first activity. Molly asks if they did the nookie nookie last night.
So, did you guys do the old nookie nookie?
They're like, no. Oh, okay, that's cool. But if you want to do some other stuff like oral, you can. Mom, this is very inappropriate, okay? This is not the time and place. We don't want to talk about this. You're making us very uncomfortable.
Now you're kind of being really disrespectful here, Mom. I get it. You're trying to be helpful, but you're pushing too far.
And Molly's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where is this energy coming from? And she's a little taken aback because they always talk about stuff like this. And she thinks he's a changed man already because of Sheena.
Sheena already has that control, that thumb on him. Let's not forget, she was lying to him for years.
And I don't like this. Like, Molly, you have to accept that you are no longer the number one woman in his life. He has a new woman, and that's Sheena. And you better get used to it. Because honestly, from what we know so far, and we don't know much, but like my first impression of Sheena is she really does love Forrest. She is not trying to scam him. And I know that Molly's scarred because another woman scammed him before, and she's trying to protect him from that. But like, can you give Molly a chance before you're super accusatory? Okay, we're going to get into it. So Sheena takes them to Chinatown. They're having a blast, seeing and experiencing everything. And then they go to dinner at this noodle place. Oh my God, it looks so freaking good. Molly learns that it's actually culturally acceptable to slurp your noodles. Actually, it's encouraged because over there, it's a sign that you're enjoying your meal.
Slurps up and slurps up, huh? Actually, that's here the culture. If you want to slurp, it means you're eating the good noodles. So that's a good outside.
And then Molly confronts her about her lies, about her whole money situation. And she's like, why are you giving money to your parents and not telling us? So Sheena explains the whole thing about how it's a cultural expectation to give her parents money. She's the breadwinner of the family. And her parents also kind of shame her. Like if she doesn't give them money and she feels guilty about it, they kind of make her feel bad about not giving them money. So she ends up giving them money.
If I don't give them money, she makes me feel that I'm such a selfish person, and it hurts me a lot.
It sounds to me like her parents are kind of abusing that cultural expectation if they're making her feel bad about, oh, my sister's here, hold on. And it's expected. And Molly's like, yeah, I understand. I don't have a problem with that. But why did you lie? Why didn't you tell us that you were giving them money? And then Sheena does the same thing where she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. My parents make me feel bad if I don't give them money, blah, 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 blah. And so they're going around in circles and Molly's getting increasingly frustrated. And Molly's just coming in a little too aggressively.
Sheena, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you why you did not tell us.
I don't know why Sheena couldn't just tell Molly, I felt like you guys wouldn't trust me, or I felt like Forrest would leave me. I don't know. Maybe she was super flustered. She didn't know how else to handle the situation because Molly was pretty aggressive. She was going in on her. So Molly's like, you're not giving me a direct answer. Why do you continue to lie? And Sheena's like, I'm fearful of my parents. It affects me so much emotionally. And then she starts to cry again. Molly's like, no, I want to know. Why didn't you tell us? Sheena keeps crying. Forrest is silent. Molly's frustrated.
What's the motivation for hiding it? We gotta get answers.
And then I think at one point Forrest was like, Sheena, I need you to tell my mom, like, just, gather your words and tell her so that she can understand where you're coming from. So then she looks over at Dev and she's like, does her story make sense to you? And he's like, no, not really. And so Molly goes, same. Your story's not lining up, Sheena. And Sheena looks over at Forrest and he's still quiet.
The pieces aren't just lining up. I'm sorry.
Molly's like, I need to know if you're being genuine or not. Like, if you were really that scared, why didn't you tell Forrest about it? He would have done anything to help you, but you didn't tell him, so you probably weren't that scared. Right, Forrest? Don't you agree with Mama? And he says, well, I understand where Sheena's coming from. If you love your parents, you'll do anything for them. I understand her side. And Molly is like, Forrest? Mom, it's hard for me to say no to you.
It's hard for me to stick up for her against you.
Wow. I was shook he took Sheena's side. I was really, really pleasantly surprised. And Molly was not pleasantly surprised. She was shocked in a bad way. She was not happy. He feels like Sheena doesn't really know what to say. She's flustered. She's overwhelmed. She's being attacked by his mother. And he's like, she obviously knows she did something wrong. You just keep beating her down. Is that what you want to keep doing? We need to get her away from her parents. And then he looks over at Sheena and he's like, Sheena, we need to know that you're ready to leave your parents. Yes, I agree. I'm ready to confront my parents and break the cycle or blah, blah, blah. And then Molly goes, Sheena, you should have done this years ago. And told Forrest about it. And yeah, you know what? I don't want to talk about the past anymore. Let's just move forward. I don't want to talk about her parents anymore. You were acting so hostile. And Molly's like, what did you say, Forrest? You're causing me and Sheena a lot of stress. Molly is shook, but she's still not going to stop protecting Forrest.
But still, I have to always protect Forrest because I know that he really loves her.
Well, that's it for the recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.